Right, okay, it's 10:02, so let's get started very slowly. Good morning to everybody. Thanks for joining us. My name is Stephanie Friedrich. I work for DG Home in the unit in charge of innovation and security research. And we are in charge of setting the research agenda for Horizon projects in security. And the thematic areas that are part of this are fighting crime and terrorism, resilient infrastructure, border management, disaster resilient societies, and strengthened security research and innovation. I am joined today by my colleague Asma from Maria. Asma, do you want to take over?
Yes, so my name is Asma Gartite and I'm working in the REA C2 Unit Secret Society. In our unit, we are in charge of implementing part of the Horizon Europe Cluster 3 Civil Security for Society by launching calls for proposals and funding research and innovation projects. I am personally in charge of the communication and feedback to policy. We're organizing this webinar following up the PPS, the Project to Policy Seminar. And the aim of this event is to raise awareness on two levels. On one hand, for the project founded under Horizon 2020 and Horizon Europe, to better understand the EU policy landscape in areas such as critical infrastructure protection, border management, and crime and terrorism. While on the other hand, for the European Commission policy makers working in various security-related areas, to gain a deeper understanding of the portfolio of security research projects and how project outcomes could impact and support their work of policymaking.
And so part of our Projects to Policy seminar was a presentation on Horizon services, which we thought was very, very interesting for the projects. And we wanted to give more people a chance to hear this information. So today we have colleagues from DG RTD who are going to present, on the one hand, the Horizon Results Platform, and on the other, the Horizon Results Booster. And we're starting off with Mary-Michelle McCabe, who will talk about the Horizon Results Platform.
Okay.
Mary-Michelle, thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. So welcome everyone, and we're very happy to be able to exchange with you. So please send any questions that you have into the chat. We'll try to answer them as we go along. And if not, we'll get back to you after the webinar. So let's get started here. The Horizon Results Platform was started in 2019, and it is really there, as said by Maria Gabriel, the Commissioner for Innovation, Research, Culture, Education and Youth, to become that place where EU research results projects can really become innovative solutions that impact our economy, our society, and really create a sustainable future. So it is the corporate reference for the research results of EU-funded R&I. And if you think about the ecosystem that is around the Horizon Results Platform, we have various stakeholders. On the one hand, we have the results producers. So the supply side, so to speak, is the beneficiaries from FP7, Horizon 2020, Horizon Europe, EMFF, the RFCS, the coal and steel, and soon the EIT KICS, who can upload their results onto the platform. So today we've got about 2,400 various key exploiter results, so solutions that are exploitable on the platform. And with those solutions, you'll find some that are looking to influence policy, others that are looking for partners, and some that are going for the market, looking for investors. And we also work with various partner platforms, so Quartus, the Innovation Radar, the Booster, you'll hear from Rosalina in a moment, the Impact Award, the EIC, the InvestEU, Blue Invest, and also the Solar Impulse Foundation. And then we also have what we'll call the brokers and enablers in the ecosystem. And these are really making things happen. So you have the national contact points, you have services from the EU IP Help Desk, you have the EEN, which is the Enterprise Europe Network. You can always find, if you have a project, you can find a local network full of advisors that can bring you additional services for free of charge. You have the TTOs, you have the business angels, such as EBAN and BAE, so that's European Business Angels Network and Business Angels Europe. And we've had various events with them, and we'll be having more again next year for pitch events, for specific thematic events. And we've just finished an event with the Solar Impulse Foundation on repowering the EU. We also have the consumers, so the investors that come on looking for solutions, or corporates coming on looking to become clients of certain startups. And then you have other RTOs, you have the civil society, and we also have an aspect of knowledge valorization. So the Commission will come on as well and be using some of the knowledge in the research results for their policy making. All right, so, and we have obviously HRP, as we call it, right in the center. Now, let me go to the next one. If it wants to turn, there we are. So HRP is basically like an online advertising space for EU-funded research results. It's not a repository. There are lots of other databases at the Commission. This is an interactive, really dynamic platform full of events and activities to accelerate the advancement of the research results, as we said, either to going to market, influencing policy, or finding partners. And different persons can actually upload the information about a project onto the platform. So you have the participant contacts, the project coordinator contacts, who can actually do it. And obviously we're here to help you when you try it. You have peer-to-peer validation when it goes on live. You can put on multiple key exploitable results on the platform. And it is full of key information, such as, obviously a description, but the target audience, the needs, etc. You'll see that in a minute when we do the demo. But we also have a service called the Customized Matchmaking Service, where according to the needs of a corporate or a municipality, for example, we will do a search for them, because we have, as mentioned, 2,400 solutions today, but we also can mine other databases in the Commission for a specific need that someone might have. Okay. Alina, that's for you. I'm sorry, you guys, there was a problem with the slides there. I am going to pass it over to Alina Nicolai, my colleague, who is going to carry on from now.
Thank you, Michelle. Good morning, everyone. I'm Alina Nicolai, and I'm working together.
Oh, hold on. I think there's a little bit of an issue with hang on.
You mute? Okay. I'm working together with my colleagues for the HRP and HRP TV. So with the new Horizon Europe program, there is a novelty around the Horizon Results platform. In the model grant agreement, it is clearly mentioned that if despite best effort for exploitation purposes, no uptake happens within 1 year after signing the project, then the project must use a platform, which is Horizon Results platform, to showcase their exploitable results. In the past, under Horizon 2020 and FP7, it was mentioned only the beneficiaries must use a platform to showcase their results. Now it's explicitly mentioned Horizon Results platform. And as you know, Horizon Results platform is free. It's hosted on the funding and tender portal. You're going to see later on with my colleague, available to all beneficiaries, and is based on results, not projects. Like for instance, Cordis is more for projects. Horizon Results platform is more for key exploitable results. The next slide, Michelle. All right. An additional platform that we are having beside the Horizon Results platform is the Horizon Results Platform TV. It is an e-learning tool which brings an engaging audiovisual approach to all D&E strategy. It offers guidance, and what is the most important is that it can also connect you with key experts. They can help address very specific questions that are tailored to your needs and your target audiences. And when I mean connect, is that every time we are sharing a video in partnership with IP Help Desk or venture capitalists or business angels, we are always trying to share their contact details. And of course, they can be contacted or they can start a discussion if someone's interested with a very specific question. Therefore, the added value of the platform comes on one side from the expertise shared by the experts, and on the other side from the testimonials of the program participants themselves. To make it easy for you, the Horizon Results Platform TV, it's split in two channels. The first channel, Experts channel, in which we are showcasing various topics, business angels promoting various services such as Horizon Results Booster. And on the other hand, in the Inspire channel, we focus more on testimonials of the program participants to encourage actually the entrepreneurial path. For instance, our latest collaboration was with Euronews for the Business Planet featurette. It was promoting a medtech company, RedSync, from Horizon Results platform, and they also wrote an article in collaboration with one of our partners, a venture capital fund manager, Cyril de Maria. What we are now busy with, we are in discussions with various program participants that participated also in the e-pitching events together with other networks to showcase their successful path to entrepreneurship. Therefore, what we encourage you to do is check out the Horizon Results Platform TV, keep an eye on future collaborations. We are working now also with women entrepreneurs to feature their story. And on the next slide, you are also going to have the links to Horizon Results Platform and Horizon Results Platform TV. And of course, the presentation will also be shared with you after the webinar. Thank you.
Michelle, you are on mute, I think.
Is that better?
Much better.
All right. Danielle, I'm going to stop sharing and give it to you.
Yeah.
You should be able to take it, actually.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is it working?
Go ahead. You're fine. We see this screen. Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniel Ferreira. I'm part of the HRP team. I offer technical support and well, BI related tasks. So here we are. This is the Horizon Results platform. As you can see, it might look very familiar to some of you. That's because we are essentially part of the funding and tenders portal. Right, so a quick overview of the landing page. If you scroll down, we have recently implemented the EU missions into our platform. What it means is that if you click on any of these icons, for example, climate neutral and smart cities, well, we actually apply a filter directly to all the results that claim they have an impact on a particular mission. So we just started, so for now we only have 57, but this is growing every day. Go back again. Scrolling down again, we have some quick searches. For example, let's say you are an investor or a researcher that is looking for collaboration. Well, we created customized search. Here we go. We currently have 888 project results that are looking for collaboration. Down, then if you continue to scroll down, we have some testimonials and some links to our partners, the EEN, HRP TV, Horizon Impact Award, and the Horizon Booster. But let's jump into some of the results. So if we go back to search all, as you can see, we have 2,331 results currently in our platform. And on the left, you can customize your search. So let's say, for example, you want to see a result related to a specific policy area, right? So you pick the filter, and here you have, for example, borders and security. We have 49 results. What else? We have European neighborhood policy, foreign affairs, and security policy. Well, only 12 results. It's quite specific, but you can see that you can play around and look yourself. But let's do a search on, for example, cyber security. Well, if I could write correctly, maybe. Yeah, there you go. We have 64 results related to cybersecurity. And then you can, again, customize your search. For example, looking for collaboration, we're down to 37 results. So let's scroll down a little bit and look. There we go. We're going to have a look at specific results. So we click. Right, so here we have the results. We start out with a teaser, some keywords, the author selected. We have all the contributors to the results, a description of the results, who their target audience is, what are they looking for, whether or not they're contributing to a UN sustainable goal, and specifics on the R&D aspects of the results. So basically maturity stage, replicability, unique value proposition, and finally in the investor corner, whether or not they are looking for investment and how much. And then we have a link to Cordis, to the specific projects where the results come from. If you are interested in contacting the author of this project, we have this button right here. You cannot see his email, of course, for security reasons, but you can write him a message. And finally, I'm just going to show you how beneficiaries can create results. So we go back to the funding and tenders portal. Let's say I have a couple of projects where I have a participant role. I have access to all the projects, so it's very different. We go on to project results. Click add. Small disclaimer on what a key exploitable result is. And then we have a form that will guide you through the creation of a result. I think that covers it, Michelle.
Okay, great. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
And
I'll stop sharing my screen.
all right. So just to finish off, you should be able to see my screen again. In the slides that you will receive, you have the links to the platform, to HRP-TV, and then how to upload your result on HRP. And we invite you, really, if you have EU-funded research results that are exploitable, to really upload your solutions onto the platform. And if you just want to benchmark against what else is there already in your space, come on. Or if you'd like to find partners, it's also an option. And if you'd like to see what's influencing policy, as we said before, that's also an option. You can do the specific search. So we thank you. And I'm going to pass it now to Rosalina De Santo. And I think you should be all set. There we are.
Yes, I'll try to share my presentation. Let's see. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yes,
You can just put it in presentation
yes,
mode. Yeah, great.
yes, great. So thank you very much. I'm Rosalina Di Santo, part of the HRB management team, and today I will present you the Horizon Results Booster initiative. So let's start from the context. Actually, the Horizon Results Booster initiative was conceived because of the impact, because of the importance of the impact. Indeed, transforming project results into concrete benefit for the society is now a must. I have problem to pass on the next slide. Okay. So the impact indeed is it could be achieved only through an effective and successful dissemination and exploitation plan. Indeed, then Horizon Results Booster is aiming at supporting projects funded under FP7, Horizon 2020, and Horizon Europe, both close and ongoing projects. The Horizon Results Booster services are free of charge, and beneficiaries can request services a la carte, meaning choose from the different lists of services, and experts are there to support the project, and they act as facilitators. The services are delivered online, therefore remotely. The Horizon Results Booster includes 3 different services. First of all, we have the Service 1 dedicated to portfolio dissemination and exploitation strategy. Then we have the Service 2, which is focused on business plan development. And then we have the Service 3, which is the go-to-market services. We have, regarding the structure of each service, here you can see that the Service 1, which is dedicated to portfolio dissemination and exploitation strategy, is structured in Module A, Module B, and Module C. While Module A and Module B are dedicated to dissemination services, Module C is focused on the first entry point for exploitation. Then, as we have seen, we have the Service 2, which is the business plan development, and the Service 3, which is the go-to-market support services. Of course, it is possible to apply as a single project or as a project group. In particular, for Module A, it is possible, if you are a single project, it is possible to apply as a single project, and then during the service, a project group will be formed. On the other hand, for Module B, either you have already a project group formed, or you apply to Module A to then follow up with the Module B service. On the other hand, for the exploitation services, for Module C, the first entry point exploitation, you can apply only as a single project. The same is true for business plan development, while for the different segment of the go-to-market support services, you can apply it either as a single project or as a project group. In detail, let's see. So for the Service 1 Module A, actually, the main activities are focused on the creation of a project group. And of course, then it is important to identify similar ongoing projects for any other EU funding initiative. And then, of course, it is mapped the target audience and also the stakeholder for each portfolio. Then in Module B, yes, this is a scheme that summarized all the steps for the Module A service. So as you can see, it is the formation of the project group, then there is the identification of the research results portfolio, and then the target audience is mapped. And at the end of the service, there is, of course, a final report. Of course, for each service in Horizon Results Booster, there is always a final report delivered. Regarding Service 1 Module B, therefore the second service for dissemination activities, of course, it works with the project group, as I already mentioned, and in this service, it is possible also to have a capacity building exercise, and the beneficiaries can choose 2 out of the 6 dissemination expert packages. In details, the Service 1 Module B, of course, has different steps, and as you can see, one of the main steps is the creation of the project group dissemination materials, and also the capacity building and the execution of the portfolio dissemination strategy. Then we have the Service 1 Module C, which is the first entry point exploitation. And of course, in this service, it's possible to analyze 3 key exploitable results. As already mentioned, experts will support the project in their exploitation strategy and identifying also all relevant stakeholders in the exploitation value chain. The main steps of this service, beyond the analysis of the exploitation potential, is indeed the exploitation strategy seminar, which, of course, according to the timing and date, then the expert will agree with the beneficiaries the timing of the service delivery plan. Then we have the Service 2, which is the business plan development. And in this case, and in this service, just 1 key exploitable result is possible to be analyzed because, as I mentioned before, the experts act as facilitators. Therefore, they actually explain and show all the tools and the methodologies useful to have an effective business plan. Beneficiaries, of course, will receive tailor-made training, and among this, it is also included a market analysis, a business strategy, but most of all, also clear plan, and therefore also an estimation of the time to market and all the action to be taken in order to be implement an effective business plan. This is also a summary of all the steps of the business plan development services, and among those, as you can see, you have the preparing of the lean canvas, which is one of the methodology used for the business plan development. As I mentioned before, each service has a final report at the end of each service delivery. Regarding the go-to-market support, we have 6 different services. First of all, for the services dedicated to pitching, support for IPR and innovation management training, it is possible to apply either as single project or as a group of projects. On the other hand, for the other 3 services, which include the business services, the exploitation option, and non-EU funding, it is possible to apply only as a single project. This is also a scheme summarizing the steps and the timing that each service in the go-to-market support can take, but it is important to underline that it is possible to request packages regarding the go-to-market support. Therefore, according to the need of the project, you can ask to have a pitching service combined with access to EU funding, for instance, or business services combined with access to EU funding. So there are different combinations that you can choose. So why project should apply for Horizon Results Booster? So first of all, because it is important to achieve a long-term sustainability impact. And of course, this depends on an effective dissemination and exploitation strategies. We noticed that, of course, project, if they have a wrong identification of key exploitable results, or they have a wrong understanding of some concept like customer or end users, therefore all the strategy and all the exploitation plan could have wrong basis. Therefore, experts in Horizon Results Booster are there to support in these activities of analysis and identification. And here is the link to the website. Actually, it is possible to apply to the Horizon Results Booster services. Indeed, the registering on the website is very straightforward. You have a request services button where actually leads to the application form. So once project registered in the on the website, it is requested to provide the grant agreement number, name and email of the applicant, name and email of the project coordinator, and the PO. Of course, you can save the draft application and then continue your application later on, and the system helps you to choose among the different services. So what happens once you apply? Once the application is received, so it is checked the eligibility of the application, and it is verified by the European Commission. Then an expert are proposed, and therefore a service team is proposed and validated by European Commission. And once everything is validated, then the expert contact directly the beneficiaries of the services. After the service, there is always a feedback questionnaire that is strongly suggested to fill in order to have also the evaluation and the experience from the beneficiaries. And of course, output and final reports of the services are saved on a specific platform. So what happened during the service delivery? From the beneficiary side, it is requested an amount of time that could vary from 1 to 4 equivalent working days regarding the service 1, module A, B, and C, while for BPD and go-to-market, the time from the beneficiary side could vary from 3 to 10 equivalent working days, and this depends, of course, on the maturity level of the project. Just a quick statistic and quick numbers. We have so far in the Horizon Results Booster 202 experts involved, and we already had more than we had 998 assignments, meaning requests for services, of which more than 530 are already completed services. So the other are ongoing. We have also some statistics regarding the funding scheme, and of course, research and innovation action it's in a large number. So we have projects funded under RIA that requested a lot of HRB services, and then we have also innovation action, which is quite large as a number. But of course, Horizon Results Booster can support all the EU, as I mentioned, and all the EU funded projects. So this is this is all the information on Horizon Results Booster, and I think I conclude here my presentation. For any information, you can contact directly the Booster email, which you can find here at the end of the presentation. And I thank you very much for your attention.
Great, thank you very much. I don't know if anybody has entered a question into the chat. I don't see any, but I guess now's the time, isn't it? We're happy, or our colleagues are happy to take any questions you might have.
Or they can reach out to us afterwards also, Stephanie.
Yeah, absolutely. So if there are no questions, oh, is there
It's just a little message from me.
from you? Okay, very good.
Yes.
Well, in that case, if there are no questions, then thank you so much, dear colleagues. That was really very interesting. And I think particularly interesting for our participants. So thank you for joining us. You can, as Michelle said, you can reach out to us through the emails that were shown in the slides, or also through our email, through RIA. The video of this presentation will be shared through the RTD YouTube channel. And you're, of course, very welcome to share this information, to forward the link, etc. So yeah, let me encourage you once more to please use these fantastic services, because I think they really are very useful. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thanks.
you.
Bye.
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 Thank
you. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You goodbye.